everyone? Welcome back to another video. If you don't know who I am, that means you're new. I'm Mark. What's good with y'all? Go check out my other videos. Check them out. Check them out. But first, stay on this one. So I'm aware this video isn't going to be very long. However, I do plan on dropping multiple videos tonight. I know I've been lacking. Life's busy recently, guys. I'm sure you can understand. Now, I did touch on this topic somewhat, and more so for reliability purposes in another video. However, I am going to talk about this, just giving it its own little video. I believe this topic deserves its own little video. Sorry about that. So we're going to talk about the anatomy of a bullet in this video, or the anatomy of a cartridge. For a lot of people who are new to firearms, you might look at this and think this is the entire bullet. This is not the entire bullet. This is called a round or a cartridge. Now, what part is called the bullet? Only this part right here. Now, I'm going to start from top to bottom. As I already mentioned, this part right here is the actual bullet itself. Some people call it the projectile. When I personally am talking about parts of the cartridge, it's just interchangeable. It really is. Now, next, you have the casing right here around the cartridge. This is essentially what is holding everything together. This is what the projectile is seated in. This is what is holding the gunpowder. This is where the primer is seated into, which brings us next over to the gunpowder itself that is inside the round. Now, why does the gunpowder matter? Obviously, I'm sure you guys aren't dumb. You're aware that the gunpowder is needed for the round to work itself. Next, at the bottom, we have the primer right here. Let's see if I can get it to focus for you guys. There we go. So that little circle right in the center of the bottom of the cartridge is called the primer. Now, what happens here is that the firing pin will hit the primer. When that happens, it will ignite the gunpowder that is inside the casing itself. Then, after the gunpowder is ignited, the pressure will build up, which is what sends the round through the barrel and downrange, or whatever you're shooting at. Now, why does this matter? Why do we need to... Let me get a focus back on me. There we go. Now, why does this matter? Why do we need to know the anatomy of a cartridge? Well, it is just important information that you should know. Now, for those of you guys who are aware, because I did, once again, kind of go into a bit more, for a different purpose, I did go into detail about this for another video. This is a centerfire cartridge. Moving on to a rimfire cartridge. So, a rimfire cartridge, you do see some similarities. Of course, you do have the projectile right up here. You do have the casing that is holding the projectile in place with the gunpowder inside of it. And then you have the gunpowder inside of it. That is about where the similarities end, guys. At the bottom, instead of a traditional primer, you have a primer compound. So what this means is that it can the firing pin can strike anywhere along the rim of the cartridge or the rim of the primer compound, and that is how the gunpowder will get ignited, building up pressure, sending the projectile through the barrel or downrange. Now, again, guys, I am more than aware that this video wasn't going to be very long. This was meant to be an informative video just for people who are new to firearms and don't really know too much about ammunition itself. It's important to know things about ammo as well as the firearms. You can never know too much. But with that being said, I think that about wraps it up for this video. Y'all make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, hit that bell. When you hit that bell, hit all. And whether or not you, actually, this isn't one of those whether or not you agree with me situations. That is the anatomy of a cartridge, or the anatomy of a round. That is the anatomy of a centerfire cartridge and the anatomy of a rimfire cartridge for you guys. But all in all, whether or not you like the content, go ahead and comment down below why or why not. Make sure to check out all my other videos. Y'all make sure to stay legal, stay safe, stay dangerous. Have a good one, y'all. Peace.